One of the craziest, most chaotic, messiest, but most fun Switch games is back for another round with Overcooked 2. And we've got direct feed footage of all the frenetic action for you. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from Switch Force, and I'm here with the only chef I would ever dream of cooking in that Overcooked 2 kitchen with, and that's Jake.
Oh yeah.
I still maintain that Overcooked is one of the best indies and one of the most outright fun multiplayer games of the last decade, so I was so pumped to get my hands on the sequel. We've got a number of levels for you. Let's get the party started.
You know how most people play games to like escape reality or like live out their dreams that they can't in real life? Like, oh, I'm gonna be a dragon slayer because I can't do that or I'm not good enough. I think I'm better at cooking in real life than I am in Overcooked. And I don't. It's like a weird reversal that just confuses me.
I don't know what that says about you, or if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but what's definitely a great thing are the new recipes in Overcooked 2. Here we are slicing and dicing the sushi, which I was so happy to see because I can only cook what's in Overcooked, and my options are very limited last time around. What's also limiting are these old people crossing the bridge while we're trying to cook.
I have no idea why there's a kitchen in the middle of this bridge. The only thing I can think of is that Overcooked chefs are so world-renowned now that they have to shove kitchens in every nook and cranny they can. They're like, oh, open space between the two bridges, put a kitchen there so we can get our chefs cooking some delicious three-step sushi.
I just like to imagine that the old people's home was like, oh, we've had these special guests to bring you your beautiful combo of fish, rice, and nori, and here, go. Well, they let them out, and then they're like, they just all are lost and have no idea what's happening.
We're like sprinting around, dashing, sweating, and like trying to make their meals for them.
And they're like, where's the sushi? Where do we go? What's happening?
Slushies where?
We definitely didn't worry or wander in this one. We absolutely crushed it. You can see our coin is on fire because our multiplier was so high. We absolutely dominated. This is one of the first stages in the game, so of course we were on fire. Our rice was not on fire though.
No, not yet.
Not yet. And it's one of the trickiest things, honestly. Once you get like something cooking, something heating up, that is where we begin to struggle, because like one person will drop it in, think it's fine, forget about it, and the other person's like, what are you doing? Red triangle, red triangle.
Yeah, because you can't sit and watch it. You got to constantly be moving and doing something different. So you load up all the rice and you kind of forget about it, and they have to just rush over there and try to save it before it burns.
Yes, and we did do a good job though, as I mentioned. 3-starred this one, worked around the old escaped folks.
We're impressing our bystanders in the pigeon.
Yeah, that
at
pigeon,
the bottom of the screen.
That pigeon deserves some of this delicious sushi, and I can't wait to see what other recipes are in the final game. But we've got one more round of sushi, this time on a rooftop with conveyor belts and a lot of pretty colors. I feel like, I can't tell if it's confirmation bias, but I feel like Overcooked 2 does look better. It's crisper, it's more vibrant, there's a lot going on in the backgrounds. We got neon signs, birds overhead, cars flying by. It's a very visual treat.
Yeah, we got cars and cucumbers going crazy here. You guys don't see it in this video because it happened earlier on in the level, but the top right corner of the kitchen was engulfed in flames because we let one rice boil over. But this one definitely shows off my biggest challenge in Overcooked, which is selecting the correct tile or square of the countertop that I want. I'm constantly picking up the wrong thing or putting something down in the wrong place because I get like too panicky and don't hit the accurately.
That is why you're a better chef in real life. You got full usage of the counter space.
Yes, and I have better control over my hands and not these sliding chefs.
Yeah, the conveyor belts definitely made that problem definitely worse, and I think the plate washing did as well.
Plates are back in this level.
I love plate washing because, to me, Overcooked is at its best when it pushes you to the absolute brink. Like, when it's simple, it's still fun, but these are the moments, and you'll see in the next level, it's much farther in the game, where it just becomes such a raucous riot. And maybe there's some bickering going on, maybe there's a little bit of like, come on, Jake, why are you putting rice in the top left corner?
I just put a pile of rice in the counter.
But the plates just add a whole nother element that take you off your normal routine and require you to go and do something that has nothing to do with like this loop that you start getting accustomed to.
It's just a whole other stage of the process that adds into, just like the cooking the rice, but now you have plates washing too.
Yeah, we honestly did okay on the rooftop. It wasn't as good as the first level, but we mastered this sushi. We're chopping the fish, we're delivering, and we're working as a team. Now, we got to use regular old chefs, but I'm super curious to know what kind of fun additions they made, because they really, they included a lot of kooky, creative chefs. The raccoon might be my personal favorite. Snowman in the DLC, but here, this is something we haven't seen before.
Hogwarts.
I think it's Magic Koopa's castle, but we've got these teleporters, and we've got these vanishing staircases in this wizard's humble abode, and we're Burger Boys again, which is fine because the steak looks a little bit newer, it looks a little fresher here. But what made this so challenging is the placement. This is how the nuance of Overcooked really works against you. So see the 4 pans, they conveniently place those in the 4 squares that will allow for someone to transfer and run food without having to approach the center. You could have put food there, you could have split up and kind of doled out the work, but instead everyone has to do everything because of the placement of the pans, and that's just how Overcooked's logic works against your logic and creates these wonderful scenarios of absolute madness.
Yeah, we did okay. We got by here, but this is definitely a level that you'd have to play 2 or 3 times to really master it and get that, get the coordination down to get that 3-star ranking at the end, because each of the 3 sections of the stage is you can only do one thing there, so you're constantly having to go between the 3 different areas to complete your task of making those basic burgers for the magic boys and girls.
Yeah, so it's like pick up and chop, cook the meat, and plate, I guess, and then over here, you can deliver, but you'll see we're having to go through the portal, which burns a second time, and then you have to go back to access the middle. It's pretty darn crazy.
Also, there's the stress factor that if you fall off, you just like fall into this
it's a
weird
5-second
mist. Well, also, I'm talking about the chefs. My goodness, they're just falling in this green fog. They don't know what's going on there.
See, that's another reason you're better in real life. You don't have the stress of vanishing staircases,
old people walking in my kitchen,
burning lava, and all that sort of stuff. I want to point out that this is 3-2, so it's far later in the game than what we saw with the sushi. I almost wish there was like a tactical mode at the beginning to like plan out, because those load screens are too little to see exactly what you need to do. But at the same time, I'm glad that there isn't like a pre-planning portion, because half the fun is like, okay, in those first 5 to 15 seconds, you got to figure out your loop, and you got to establish the pathing and who's going to do what and where you're going to go. And I think that is almost like the best part of Overcooked, is that initial confusion of like, there's portals, there's vanishing staircases, what are we making, where are we going, who's going to do what? Such a freaking good time, and we were so glad to see this one. Had it not been leaked, I think it would have been one of the best surprises of E3 2018, and nonetheless, it's still an absolutely awesome announcement. It's coming in August. We cannot wait to play it. Jake, I am so excited to be back in the kitchen with you, and I am sure we're going to have a lot of funnies and a lot of fresh ideas for new recipes. We saw pancakes. We got sushi. What else could there be? Dream food of Overcooked, too.
Dream food? Smoothies.
Ooh.
Blend it up, baby.
Smoothies would be pretty good.
Yeah,
I like that a lot. I'm down for maybe a little fruit platter. We don't have a lot of fruit in Overcooked. I like me some fruit. Maybe some stir fry.
Okay.
Chicken stir fry is where I want to go. A little bit of green bean, a little bit of pineapple, a little bit of chicken, a little bit of rice. Get that rice action, since we
always gotta have the rice.
Can't cook the rice, and we've always got to have Overcooked around. I think I'm going to dive back into the first one and grab those remaining stars. If you have not had a chance to play Overcooked, it's currently part of their E3 eShop sale. It's $11.99, 100 bajillion% worth that, and we hope that this one is just the same. It sure looks like it after our hands-on time at E3 2018. In the meantime, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest from the Switch and super silly, awesome games like this one. We got plenty more E3 coverage coming your way. There's links to our Twitter and Discord in the description below if you'd like to follow us there. And for myself and Chef Jake, who's going to work on counter space management between now and August.
Counter space selection. That's not the management. I know where I want to put it. I just can't do it. It's too slippery.
Your fingers will not obey your brain.
Yes.
Okay, work on that, and we will see you guys later. For myself and Jake, Switch Force out. Okay. We're back actually for a little quick segment because we just read through their website and learned about a lot of the chefs and a lot of the recipes. It sounds like there is a blender in the game. So Jake, your wish comes true.
That would be amazing.
I don't know what else you can blend. Beans?
Smoothies.
Okay, it's got to be smoothies. We also learned that there is a platypus chef exclusive to the Switch. There's an octopus chef, a mouse chef. This game is pure magic. There's
Ratatouille?
Yes.
No, he's a rat.
He's also a mouse. Let's examine the difference between rat and mouse.
There's a big difference.
Well, here's my question. The little mice that stole things from you in Overcooked 1, is this mouse chef going to be able to...
He's like powered up, like mutated, like boom, boom, boom.
No, or is he going to be able to keep them at bay and like kick them out of the kitchen?
Or he commands them.
Either way, apparently you can also throw items. We did not know this. I don't even know if it was plausible in our demo. Wasn't on like the control sheet.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I don't know how far can you throw them? Can we throw them over the fog gap?
It says you can even throw them into like
the blender or whatever.
Into like the pan.
That just adds a whole nother layer of chaos. Like you're just like turning on, just chucking patties and cabbage everywhere.
It's gonna make for so much like leaderboard challenges and speedruns are gonna be so good.
The floor is literally gonna be covered in ingredients.
Yes, you can also throw them onto the floor. Looks like there's a cow chef as well, a monkey chef. I'm pretty darn pumped. Is that a walrus? Kind of looks like a walrus. There's like a devil-looking guy. I don't know. This game looks like it's going to be just the best thing in the business, and the levels look insane. We just wanted to touch base and let you know that some of this stuff has been discussed, and we want to give you our take. Okay, we're actually done now. We got to go cook. Thanks so much for myself and Jake. Again, Switch Force out.